Hello, everyone. This is Robin with Noah here, and today we're going to talk about how to buy a tiny home. We ended up with a tiny home that we used in a show, and it got sold, and the people could not afford it, so we got it back. So it is for sale again, and I am telling you how somebody could buy this tiny house in this short video. And I'm doing this just so you can get an idea to be creative, think out of the box. If you're looking to buy, here are some suggestions for you. This is the house that we're talking about right here. It's a tiny beach cottage. We used it at the Orlando Home and Garden Show. And it's a beautiful, well-appointed, well-decorated home. It's got a really nice paddle fan in it. It's my favorite thing in it. And we're selling it for $45,000. So what we're looking to do on this one, and the way that somebody could end up with it, is a $3,000 down payment. So you'd have to have some cash. But I want to talk and spend a little bit of time today about a 2-for-1 grant program that is out there. And I would love to get someone some grant money. When we're talking grant money, we're talking about money that you don't have to pay back. It's free. You do have to qualify, but the qualifications are pretty easy. And basically, it's if you fit any one of these categories, you're a military or a veteran, if you're in law enforcement, if you're a firefighter, emergency medical personnel, or if you're a teacher from pre-K to 12th grade, or if you live in an area that was affected by a hurricane, a wildfire, or any other natural disaster, if you've had an illness or have an illness, if you're aging out of foster care, if you have a disability, or you're a surviving spouse of a military member or public protector, then you can qualify for this grant program, 2-for-1 grant. So at 20% down or $9,000, that would leave a balance of $36,000. And there are some programs out there where you can get financing. One of them would be a 7% 15-year loan. And with that program, you would only be paying $324,000 a month for that beautiful tiny home. So this is just one way to do it. There's many other ways to buy a tiny house. But and here's the grant requirement information so you guys can take a look at that. And then if you're going to do financing, there's many sources. Lightstream is part of SunTrust Bank. They do tiny house loans. One Main Financial is a national lender that does tiny house. But a lot of our people are going to the local community banks or their credit unions, and they're getting real good success with the credit unions and owner financing. And then another source that a lot of people don't think about is private lending. In other words, these are people that have IRAs or savings accounts that are drawing only 1 or 2% return. And so if your family or your friends have one of these, you can go to them and say, hey, I'd love to pay you 7% interest on it, on your money, and that's another way to finance that $36,000. Owner financing is another way where if somebody has a house for sale, we're not doing it on this one, but if someone has a house for sale, they can owner finance a portion of it. And then obviously, if you're putting it on a piece of property and tying it down, making it part of the real estate, then you can go for a conventional mortgage. In that case, you would add the land to and your septic and your well, all your utilities, to the cost of the $45,000. So you may end up with $55,000, $65,000, $75,000 mortgage, but it's certainly another way to finance a tiny house. Well, that's it for now, and we want to have you guys be thinking creatively and outside the box when you're trying to come up with something. If anybody's interested in this particular one, we'd love to help you out with it. And we'll see you in Colorado. We're going to be there this weekend. So if you're not at that one, we'll see you at some show somewhere. This is Robin Butler with Noah, and we're promoting freedom to live. We'll see you next time.